What is packing with your YouTube? This is your man King Howie back with another video. Shout out to all the subscribers. Before I get into this video, shout out to Josh from Popular Packer. We did a podcast the other day, and I was gonna upload it, but I don't know, something with haywire with the audio. It was a lot of going in and out, so I'm gonna try to see if I could salvage it and fix it and post it up. But basically, we just talked about everything in general with the Packers as far as the rest of the season and the bye week coming up after Monday's night game against the San Francisco 49ers. We should have some more videos coming soon, but I gotta figure out this whole audio issue. But anyway, let's get into it. The history between both these two teams are nothing new if you've been living under a rock. This whole, I don't want to say rivalry. You could call it a rivalry. Started off with Aaron Rodgers losing the bet to one of the members to Boys to Men when the 49ers played against the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers lost. The Packers lost the game. Aaron Rodgers didn't want to fulfill the bet. Then we fast forward to the whole Colin Kaepernick ass whooping we was taking from him the years he played with the San Francisco 49ers. I think we only beat him. I think we might have beat Colin Kaepernick once. And now this team has went through, the 49ers have went through so many changes from Tom Sula to Jim Harbaugh, Mike Singletary, and the other interim coaches that they had, to now having Kyle Shanahan and having Colin Kaepernick, Alex Smith, and Blaine Gabbert, and Jimmy Garoppolo, and now that Jimmy Garoppolo is out with the ACL injury, C.J. Beathard is the next guy up. We seem to play really well at home. I'm expecting us to win this game. The well, they got the Packers at 9.5. I expect us to win by 10 to 14 points. We should. This is supposed to be an apparent bounce back game for the Packers. A game that we really need, knowing that the Chicago Bears took a L to the Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings beat the trash-ass Cardinals. The Packers really need to win this game in order to be back at number 2 in the division. And this division is getting really tight. This is week 6. After this game, we will have a bye week, and then we go play the Rams on the road. And then after the Rams, we play against the Patriots, who look like they're back to being the way that they used to be now that Josh Gordon has been implemented into the offense and Julian Edelman is off suspension. And the rookie running back that they got is now showing that he's a very, 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 very good, was a very, very good draft pick. But this game right here, the 49ers come in a little banged up. Injuries everywhere, especially on the offensive side of the ball, with Matt Breida being questionable, George Kittle being questionable, and especially some of their offensive line is hurt. So the Green Bay Packers come in banged up too. Jimmy Graham, Randall Cobb, Geronimo's hurt. We have some banged up defensive backs and a couple of pass rushers and some linemen that's pretty banged up. But the good thing for the Packers is that this is going to be a sense of urgency game, so I'm expecting us to come out playing fast. Aaron Rodgers has finally had a full week of practice with the young squad. Just think about, the first game we played at the beginning of the season with Aaron Rodgers suffering that injury. The next couple of weeks after that, he wasn't really practicing with the young guys, so the timing and rapport was a little bit off, and Lions game and in the Washington Redskins game. But things should be clicking tonight, Monday Night Football. I'm expecting the running game to be more involved. I'm expecting Davante Adams to be Davante Adams. I think the only 100% receiver that the 49ers have is Marquise Goodwin, and they have a running back. They got Alfred Morris that should be available, and they have I don't know how to say this guy's name. I know it starts with a J, and then he got a couple of X's and a Y and a U and a V in his last name. But he's a pretty good running back. He used to play for the Lions. So I'm expecting us to win this game. You know, this should be like taking candy from a baby, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Shanahan came up with some type of scheme to find a way to put points on the board, especially with teams like this, the 49ers not being so great like they were in the past. A lot of teams do a lot of desperate things. So I'm expecting the 49ers to pull some desperate plays out of the bag and try to make something happen in order to compete. But I would love to see the defensive line get at C.J. Beathard. I would love to see the linebacking core somewhat slow down Kittle. I want to see turnovers. That's what I want to see, this defense. And I want to see Aaron Rodgers. It's the 49ers, but you do want to see your quarterback look good. So that would be great, too, if, he could look good. We have to have a sense of urgency right now, knowing that we have these two big games coming up after the bye, especially against the Rams. It would be nice to go into LA. I'll be at that game, but it would be nice to go into LA and finally get a road win. We have to win on the road, especially against a team like the Rams that's Super Bowl bound, and a team like the Patriots that's already being considered the team to head back to the Super Bowl almost every year. But it starts off with this game right here, playing against the 49ers at home. And as of right now, the NFC North is looking pretty tight and close, with the Bears and the Vikings all fighting for a position to get to the playoffs. So it's going to come down with this division by winning division games. We still have to win in Minnesota. We still have a home game against the Lions, and we still have to go to Soldier Field and win out there. So we got a lot of eggs in our basket, you know what I mean, as far as the rest of the season coming around. Hopefully Randall Cobb can come back and be healthy to go on this run that I think the Packers are gearing up to do. But as of right now, I can honestly say Aaron Rodgers is not having the greatest of years, but he's having an okay year. I wouldn't say it's a bad year. It's an okay year, but that would only be determined until the last game of the season and where we're at. So with that being said, man, I expect us to win at home against the San Francisco 49ers. And hopefully this game can get the wheels turning so we can start riding down the path of victory. And with that being said, this is your man, King Howie. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and go Pack Go.